The Steel Avenger through. Next up, Terminal, Ferocity and Facet. Down the car there, Diotor. I wonder if they're going to be ready in time, Philippa.
You may remember Nemesis from the last war. Well, they've changed the name. They've kept the outfit, but they've changed the name. But they've also been having an absolute nightmare. Thank you very much, the nice men at Customs. Not. Guys, well, this is where we find them on the floor, in tatters, not just the outfits, but their personalities. So you're having a horrible, horrible time, aren't you?
We're having a great time.
Come on, tell me what's happened. Tell me, first of all, the new name and why.
Diotor. It's a new robot. We still have Nemesis, and this is a brand new robot. Completely different chassis, different weapon system, much more powerful weapon systems. We're hoping to be able to throw robots.
But the reason why you're not going, why you're saying it's a much more powerful weapon system,
yeah,
it's all fantastic. It's because it's kind of not fantastic at the moment, is it? It's all in bits.
Yeah, well, when Customs saw this, they weren't very impressed.
When you were on your way over,
yeah.
They saw all the bits.
Yeah.
And they what? They didn't believe it was for Robot Wars?
Well, they didn't really know, and they just...
They had to check it out. So they've taken your robot to bits. Completely. How many months of work to put it together?
Well, we've been at it all day.
And how many months of work before? I mean, now you're trying to do it in one day.
Yeah, well, it was 4 months.
Oh my God. I just feel for you so much. Look, they've got little bits of diagrams all over the place with their little old notebooks. There's just things that they had jotted down. Oh, and they've been sweating all day, and you're miserable, aren't you?
I'm tired.
Miserable and tired. Oh, it will be worth it, I promise, and we really appreciate it. Because we can have more barbecued sausages. Remember the fun we had last time with the barbecue and the singeing? We can go through all that again.
A big kebab again.
Yeah, it'll be worth it. Come on.
Beers.
We'll bring you a cup of coffee in a minute. You keep working.
Thank you. See you later.
Oh, bless. Oh.
From Hampshire, Terminal Ferocity.
Let's get funny. With the honey, the sticky stuff applied to the drive rollers to maximise grip on the rubber-coated conveyor belt tracks. Now you know. The pneumatic front blade is gas-powered, the chainsaw petrol-driven.
My name is John Ryland, and this is Fiona Ryland, my wife and teammate. And this is our robot, Terminal Ferocity. The thing which makes Terminal Ferocity unique, apart from its tank shape, is the chainsaw, which is mounted in a swivel turret. On full joystick control, will go left and right, up and down, and has its lifting blade on the front, which will lift opponents straight into the path of a chainsaw.
From Kent, Facet.
Top speed of 48 miles an hour. We've not seen anything as quick as this. The lifting ramp can hoist and throw. The shell is only 2mm polycarbonate, but then GBH didn't look too tough in the last wars for this team. It was, though. Again, the scoop on the front of GBH. Lifting, tossing and throwing. The barrel-shaped body was tough. The team was exuberant and keen, and they will be this time again with Facet back in Robot Wars.
I'm Mike Rickard. This is Mike Smith, Charles Lavery. This is our latest robot, Facet. It has a pneumatic weapon, lifts all the way up, and it has an onboard camera.
Roboteers, stand by.
Terminal Ferocity with the RWIII team. John used to be a DJ, and Fiona built the tracks for Plunderbird. Their team, and here's Facet. Mike Rickard has had 3 robots now in Robot Wars. That giant flipper, I think, is going to be key. And it's Facet starting the smoother away from the right-hand side. Terminal Ferocity spins, trying to get the chainsaw into play. There is the flipper straight away! And up and over, Terminal Ferocity. Facet using that huge pneumatic lifting ramp, and over goes Terminal Ferocity. Well, I wonder if there's any life left now for John and Fiona Ryland and their Ferocity machine. Immediately, that improved weaponry on Facet, so vital and so impressive. I just wonder, actually, if it goes later on in the competition, whether or not the lifting ramp on Facet yawns too wide and a house robot could get in as they take on a house robot. Matilda is turned topsy-turvy by Mike Rickard. Loves his motor racing, wants to be a racing driver. Matilda helped out there, though. Shunt, righting his old house robot pal. And in the grip of dead metal, Terminal Ferocity has a terminal end, I should think, in Robot Wars. Facet again, this time taking on Bash, trying to flick Bash up and over. The weight of the house robot just keeping him on the arena floor. In under the belly, the stainless steel body of Terminal Ferocity. The house robot cutting and clipping and taking on Facet as well, causing damage later on, but Facet the winner. Poor old Terminal Ferocity. Upset right at the start.
A bit cocky for his own good there, and Matilda is not happy. But Facet, they go through.
It was just a bit too fast for us.
It was very quick, wasn't it? I mean, it was only seconds, really, before you were tipped up.
Yes.
And then he went in for a second go, at which point we thought you might get a break and actually flop back.
Yeah. No, unfortunately not. We tried everything we could, but unfortunately it didn't work. But
It was very exciting, though. Did you enjoy it? Yeah?
Totally enjoyed it.
And we obviously saw what you did, not only to the competitor, but to our very own Matilda,
Oh, of course.
which wasn't very nice.
Well, she was just parked at bottom there, and we just couldn't resist it.
But was the success of your flipping down to this whole camera theory?
Of course it was.
That you could see the robot coming up the ramp, knew exactly when to flip.
Absolutely.
Yes, I'll go with that.
I don't believe you. I still think this is a pose value, and I bet you didn't use it at all.
Well.
But we really enjoyed it. It was very fast, very furious, and a great fight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.